Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And here we have a great article from Benzinga. I will leave a link to it in the description down below so you guys can check it out. So, T Mobile is very quietly becoming a stronger company. So, I know there are a lot of security concerns out there, and rightfully so. T Mobile keeps getting hacked. But that hasn't stopped T Mobile from getting to where they need to get to. Now, I'm not trying to make that an excuse or defend them by any means. They need to stop. They need to stop the hacks. They need to secure the company. And they did make about a $500 million investment into security after their biggest breach happened. But from some people, I'm hearing that it's going to take T-Mobile longer to really figure out all their flaws, or at least these companies, to where it might still take till next year or the year after potentially to figure out every single flaw in T-Mobile's systems. But here in this article, and I'll read off the title, T-Mobile's strategic success despite stock fall, analysts elevate price target as 5G deployments accelerate. So again, they're lifting the price targets again after having a somewhat of a mixed Q1. Right? They didn't hit the full targeted estimates of growth, and T-Mobile is known for growth. The stock immediately dropped. But T-Mobile somehow still was able to maintain a positive outlook, and they did a raise and beat on the growth, and they got investors on board again. So how are they doing that? And how does T-Mobile look moving forward? So I'll just read off a few of the price targets. And again, I just want to disclose I'm no financial expert, so don't go and buy and sell your stock on anything based on anything that I say. So here, Raymond James, they list T-Mobile as a strong buy and raise their price target from 174 to 184. So that's a clear raise. And then there's another one listed that also raises T-Mobile from its current price target to a higher price target. So I don't see it. I think it's Credit Suisse, but I'm not sure. Yeah, there it is. So the analyst has an outperform rating with a price target of 175. So again, they're all giving T-Mobile either a buy or an outperform. And I've seen the BFA one, and they also have T-Mobile listed as a buy. So again, T-Mobile is quietly improving. The new price point on the new plans, although that is perceived as a negative because it's considered an uncarrier move, and you don't raise pricing on an uncarrier move. It's usually to fix pain points, not increase pricing. But they did it on the new plans anyway. And like I said in the previous video, we just got to move on from that. So now in the second half of this year, as they remain the growth leader in the industry on wireless, the financials should receive a benefit, right? Their ARPU should increase from this price increase. Their ARPA also should increase from this price increase. And they should have an accretive outlook on cash flows, free cash flows, margins, net income. All of that should benefit from this price increase. And while still being cheaper than its competition. So that's very interesting, right? A lot of people always look at T-Mobile from a negative aspect. And then once that smoke all blows over, it's like, hey, wait a minute, looking at it objectively and breaking it down, T-Mobile just made themselves stronger as a company by this move. It was perceived very negative, right? So it blinded a lot of people. They were like, wait a minute, T-Mobile increased pricing on an uncarrier move. That's so unlike them. And then they didn't hit their growth targets, but yet they still had the largest growth in the industry. They didn't hit the target or the estimates, but they still had the largest growth out of the MNOs. So if they repeat that in Q2, Q3, and Q4, with the stores now not being able to sell Magenta Max anymore officially, it should result in better financials, which is going to result in better margins, better profits, better cash flow, better ARPU. Everything should increase moving forward. And they did it very smartly, I would say. Still great value, still cheaper than the competition. Yes, they did increase pricing, but again, the existing base is not affected by it. It's by choice. If you want to go to the Go 5G Plus or Go 5G, go ahead. It's up to you. You do not have to choose. And they left existing legacy customers alone, which is also a benefit. And now moving forward, they're really invested and they're prioritizing churn rates and CLV. Customer long-term, it stands for customer longevity or whatnot. I don't know the CLV term, but that's what that stands for. And then, of course, churn profiles is to keep, they want to have the best churn in the industry. They are the best value, best network, and cheapest. So they feel they should have the lowest churn. And that's what they're moving towards, and that's what these analysts are seeing. So they're just like, hey, we're going to elevate price targets. It makes sense. 5G deployments are accelerating. They'll hit 300 million pops covered with 2.5 by the end of the year. They just introduced a new plan that's more money. And if they continue growing at the pace that they're growing, if they continue growing fixed wireless access the way that they've been, it's going to lead to a positive across the board. Better finances, better profits. It's all a win-win for T-Mobile. So they turned a negative possibly into a positive. So let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. Just kind of wanted to give you guys that perspective and give you that outlook. Analysts and these big companies, these big investor companies, they're still elevating T-Mobile's price targets. Still. And as they continue to compete, and they will continue to aggressively compete, they grow. And they go in, and a lot of these analysts, honestly, and I was reading this too, they raised the price targets based on the positive comment made on the rural growth. They are growing in rural. They went from, if I remember correctly, they went from 11% share, and that was after the Sprint merger. Before that, T-Mobile had maybe like 3-4% perhaps rural share. They went from 11 to 13. Now, recently disclosed at the quarterly earnings, they have 16.5% share in rural America. Right? There's only 3 MNOs. 100%, that's about, divided by 3, that's about 33.3%. So to get to fair share, T-Mobile has to get to 33%, but 16.5% is a pretty decent chunk of that. For a company that many perceive to have the smaller network still, it seems to work. They're guiding 20% by 2025. I said that in the previous video. I think they crushed that. I think they get to 22-25% share by 2025 in rural America. So let me know what you think about that. Let me know if that's impressive. Let me know if you agree with the elevated price targets from these analysts. Let us know in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel for more. Like, share, subscribe, follow my social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Live. See y'all in the next one. Peace.